everybody, and welcome back to Raw Law Exhausted with your host, the Tired Guy. What an adventure I have been on today. I decided to drive today instead of fly. Yep. To make a very, very, very long story short, what I decided to do, let me flip the camera. I think on this angle will be better. There we go. So what I decided to do is, hey Vixen, hey Sparkling, hey Lady, welcome everybody. What I decided to do is I had a jury trial in Kentucky, and it was a 3-hour drive from my house in Whitley County, Kentucky, in Corbin. Remember the trial I told you guys about that is supposed to go today? Well, we did not have enough jurors. We are supposed to have, by law, a minimum of 16 to pick 6 from in order for the trial to go. Now, the problem with that is that if there's less than 16, the defense, it is basically up to the defense at that point because the prosecution has no say. The defense gets to say, do we go or do we not go? Now, we had 13. The problem with that is, and then the 14th showed up too late, but it didn't matter. It was still under 16. If you have not enough jurors, the defense gets to say whether or not the trial is going to go. And I just did not like our odds because it's a small rural town. I just wanted a bigger pool to start out with, and I was not expecting that. I really wanted the trial to go, and my client was there, I was there, my associate was there, all of the prosecutor's witnesses were there, 3 or 4 in all, and yeah, it didn't go. So I literally drove 3 hours last night and crashed in Williamsburg, I think is the name of the town. Williamsburg. I was literally like down the street from the courthouse, 4 minutes away from the court clerk. And I woke up, got dressed, showed up at the courthouse, and right as I'm parking my car, my associate's like, "There's been a development," and I'm like, "Oh boy!" And they're like, "Oh, we'll tell you." We'll tell you when you get there. And I'm like, okay. Well, anyway, today I think is Wednesday. But whatever. I mean, that's the first time that has ever happened to me. Post-COVID, we had another issue where the clerk forgot to issue subpoenas. Let me close these blinds. They're really... Oh, I can't close the blinds. So no, yes I can. There they are. All right, here we go. And now it's going to be too dark. Let's leave a little bit of light, but just enough to where it's not blinding us. There we go. This is better. All right, so that got canceled. That got moved. We're going to pick a new trial date, March 21st, I think it is. And that's exciting. Not really. I really wanted it to go. We just had no choice. I could not, in good conscience, I could have just said, fuck it, let's go. But I would never forgive myself if we had lost because my gut was telling me, Larry, don't do it. And I trust my gut. When my gut tells me it's a bad idea, usually in the past when I haven't listened to my gut, I've regretted it. So I decided against it. But I am exhausted, you guys, because I did not fly this time. I drove because I was already a third of the way there, so I'm like, screw it. I have 2 options. Option 1, go back to Louisville or Lexington or Cincinnati or down to Knoxville and fly, or drive. And so I drove. I drove through Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina. I am now at my hotel in Walterboro, 5 minutes away from the courthouse. Once again, now, if everything goes according to plan, which this time it might, because I don't have any jury trials on the calendar until March 15th, which means I am a lot more mobile for the time being, unless something drastic happens, which it shouldn't. Now I don't have to rent a car. Exactly, Sue. I'm very tired. I was driving for 3 hours last night. Woke up early. I got into bed at like 1 a.m. and I've been driving for the last 6.5 hours. Well, more like 7 with my stops. So I'm finally here. Let's talk Alec Murdaugh just for a little bit, because I know that's what you guys all came here for. And then I'll give you guys also an update on Mandu and his copyright strike issues. So let's talk about Alec Murdaugh first. I think he's going to testify. I don't think this trial is about him winning anymore. Yes, he's a deceptive little crook who's been lying to everybody, including his family. But he's got nothing to lose. He's going to go down on the financial crimes. They're not, even if they convict, they're not going to give him the death penalty. To him, it's all about his reputation at this point. I think Alec Murdaugh is going to testify tomorrow. There's no reason for him not to. Like, there's literally no reason. He's got nothing to lose. Because best case scenario, they believe him and acquit him. Worst case scenario, they're going to convict him like they would anyway. So there's nothing that, like, I don't think he can take that stand and convict himself. I don't believe that. I really don't think the jury is that simple or that brutal, unless he really does completely tank the case. But he's a very talented lawyer. He's a very talented psychologist. He's a very talented human, and he knows how to influence other humans. He's been doing that his entire life, as we all have learned from this trial, and as we know from the lawyer profession in general. So I think that he's going to testify, and tomorrow is going to be the busiest day of this trial. This is week 5, right, gang? I think it's week 5. And it's going to be the busiest week. Like, Buster testified yesterday. He looked very, very proud while Buster was testifying. I don't think Buster added anything to the case, really. From what I hear, I didn't watch all the testimony. I just didn't have the time as I was preparing for trial, obviously. And then today I was driving all day, so I caught bits and pieces. We had a couple of experts, which, I think they brought just enough to the table to where, again, the defense doesn't have to win beyond a reasonable doubt. They have to show reasonable doubt. And so Alec Murdaugh is going to bring enough to the table that I think there's no reason for him not to testify. He's got nothing left to lose. He's looking down the barrel at it, and people that are cornered, like Alec Murdaugh, there's nothing left to lose. So I think tomorrow, even if he doesn't testify, on the off chance that he doesn't, I made like a poll, and I think a bunch of people said they don't think so. It's almost split down the middle, but it's slightly heavier leaning towards that he will not, that people don't think he will. But even if he doesn't, tomorrow is going to be super busy. That courthouse is going to be extremely busy. So I have to get there early. James from court is here. He was in the court today and yesterday. He's back from his family trip. So hopefully, I've been texting him. I told him I have a couple of beds here, as you all can see. So that second bed is for him if he wants it. But he said he's staying about an hour away at this place he's got from someone. So I don't know. James is doing his own thing. I'm not going to get in his way, but I did offer. And he offered, we both offered our respective places to one another. I love the camaraderie between us. James is awesome. There was no trial, Lisa. Go back. Once I'm done with this live, go back to the beginning, and I talk about the trial. So It's going to be very busy. I'm going to get there early because I got to get my badge. James has his badge. I don't have my purple badge because I wasn't here since day one as media. But I did bring my media badge, so hopefully we shouldn't have any trouble getting in because now they know me. This is going to be like my fifth day, my third time in Walterboro. By now, all the bailiffs give me shit every time I go in there. They're like, double check that one, and that one's a troublemaker. And I'm just like, me? Really? Like, why are you? What? Me? It's funny. I think they like me. I don't know. Thank you, Lady Autumn Sky. She says, sending you good vibes. I love that. Thank you. So yeah, very excited to be here. I'm going to be here until the case is over now. There's no reason for me to leave. There's no reason for me not to stay. So I'm just going to be bouncing from hotel to hotel, or I might stay at this location. I don't know. I like to move around. I like to be unpredictable. Just a little stupid knack that I have, watching too many spy movies, I guess. But anyway, I'm excited. Let's talk about Mandu real quick. So Mandu has had a few additional. Remember, he had 52 strikes by the Louisiana Parole Board for the videos that he posted. Hey, Mandu's in the chat. What's up, Mandu? That's him. He's in the chat right now. Go say hello. So Mandu, God bless him. For those of you who don't know, Mandu is the man, dude. See what I did there? Glow T, thank you so much. I can't highlight your comment, but thank you. You and James are the best. Heart. Thank you. Mandu is the man, dude. What Mandu has been doing is he has been saving the tapes from the Louisiana Parole Board hearings and showcasing them on his channel, going so far as to blur victims' faces when there's children involved or sex crimes or anything like that, which the Parole Board, by the way, does not do. They put everybody on blast. And Mandu has been very cordial about everything. Now, there was one murder case that became popular that the media has even covered, and that put Mandu on the map. So Mandu became Mapdu. That's a stupid joke. Ignore it. Anyway, so Mandu has now been struck. Initially, 52 strikes they came at him. So Mandu hired me, and I've been representing him against YouTube, against the Parole Board, using YouTube as our tool, because they use YouTube as their tool. We're going to use YouTube as our tool in response, naturally, because we have nothing against YouTube. We just have everything against the Louisiana Parole Board that's using YouTube for nefarious purposes. First they said, this is copyrighted material, and they tried to strike him 52 times. Then we came back and said, fair use exception. And then they said, protect victims. And we're like, wait a minute, protect victims? Protect victims is not an exception to the fair use exception. So are you saying you lied about your copyright strikes, Louisiana Parole Board? And they're just like, So now we got them. I think so. Mandu, of course, is sweating bullets because I get it. His ass is on the line. His channel is on the line. He doesn't want to lose his channel, and I respect that tremendously. I'm doing everything I can, everything in my power to save his channel. And so we keep emailing and texting back and forth. And we hopefully... Now YouTube, since the 52, they issued 11 more, so now he's at a whopping 63. I'm hoping they do 6 more, so we can just say they've issued 69 copyright strikes, but we're not there yet. But right now he's at 63 copyright strikes, which is crazy. It's completely insane. After they've already been called out, they're like, oh yeah, here's 11 more. What? All right, fine. So now we're just kind of waiting for YouTube, and they're doing like a final review. It keeps changing. He keeps checking, and he sends me screenshots, and I'm like, I think we're going to be okay. We sent so many. YouTube has literally gone like, you should not be submitting these requests unless it's like a mistake or improper. And I'm like, yo, it is. And they're like, oh, my bad. My bad. I'm just like, resubmit, man, dude. Just resubmit them. He's like, okay. Netflix already put out a documentary on Murdaugh? Damn, that's fast. Holy crap, when did that come out? This has to be recent. Anyway, so we're waiting on YouTube now, and they're going through the normal process. There's nothing spectacular here. Just they released it today. Wow. Okay. I kept hearing today that people are like, yeah, I just saw the special. I was like, what are you talking about? What's special? And now I got it. It's a 3-part series. Okay. Thank you, Rose. Thank you for sharing that. Murdaugh has been causing trouble for years, Lisa. That is true. So I'm not surprised. Obviously, there's no way that a documentary came out about this trial because number one, it's not over yet. Number two, it started like 4 weeks ago. You cannot film, edit, produce, film, edit, and publish a Netflix documentary about a thing that's not even over yet in like 4 or 5 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So that's not possible. Because, yeah, we would know how it ends. Exactly, mad scientist. So, anyway, so I'm very excited for Mandu. I'm very excited for this trial. I'm probably going to go live on Locals again tonight. I haven't done it in a few days. So, mods, if you don't mind, send the Locals. Why does Twitter have like drip drip emojis next to it, Rose? I mean, no, don't get me wrong. I very much appreciate it, but I don't understand. You're welcome, Mandu. You don't need to thank me. I'm just doing God's work here, bud. Why does Twitter have drip drips? Thank you, mad scientist. Go to that DUI. Can I highlight it? I don't think I can. Can I pin it? Pin, report, put user, go to channel, hide user. Nope. Damn it. That's stupid. See, the things you can't do on mobile. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to go live on Locals tonight, so check me out there tonight. We're going to be doing like a personal stream. Not like last time. The first time I had no people because I wasn't public yet. My second Locals stream, I had people, but I had no connection, so it went out after like 10 minutes. And by the way, does anybody know why when you stream on Locals, does it limit you to 30 minutes? Do I look wet? Is that what I look like, baby? Thank you, Brandy. I did it just for you, actually. Did you notice? I think the trial is going to end early next week. So we have about 4 days of court left, probably. Minus, deliberations. Deliberations I'm not counting in that calculus. So deliberations might be, I'm predicting 4 days of deliberations. I don't know why that's my number, but I'm predicting 4 days of deliberations. So here's my prediction. Tomorrow, Alec testifies. Defense closes their case on Friday. Closing arguments Monday. And then jury goes out to deliberate Monday night. They'll spend like an hour or two deliberating. They'll be released, and they'll come back Tuesday. They'll deliberate Tuesday. They'll deliberate Wednesday, and they'll render a verdict either Thursday or Friday next week. And then that will be the end of it. By March 3rd, we're going to have an answer for sure. But the case will have been long over. Like, no more testimony, no more evidence. Like, that's it. It'll just be deliberations. Rebuttal will be quick. Rebuttal will take like half a day. I don't think there's much to rebut, honestly. The defense, to my understanding, has not presented any smoking gun, or the opposite of the smoking gun, I suppose, to kill the prosecution's case. So there's nothing really to rebut. If the prosecution puts anyone on, it'll be like Friday, and that'll be the end of it. But I could be wrong. Am I going to cover Suitcase Girl? Is that what the one... Everybody keeps talking about it. I don't know. I might. Who knows? What's next to the thing next to your name, Audra? You've been gifted a membership. Probably by Viking Wolf by Blood. I don't know. She's been gifting a lot lately, and I thank you very much for that, Viking. She's one of our mods. That little thing next to your name is a little gavel, and it means you are officially a member, and you can use emojis, and you can use. By the way, those of you members over here, shout out your emojis so that there you go, Rose. Thank you for that. Shout out your emoji so that Audra D knows what she has access to. Sarah Boone trial will be quite interesting. The Daybell Vallow trial, obviously, that's one that I'm thinking about. Hey Jen, hey Tricos. Melody is just like emojis. I don't have access to those. No, no, no. You're all good. You're all good. We were all once in your shoes, Audra. Don't feel bad. Do not feel bad. So, yeah. Happy to be here. Happy to be back in Waltersboro. I'm debating whether or not DUI guy wants to go mess with barista girl. That will be $6.66. She didn't even say it like that. She was like, that will be $6.66. Those of you who don't know what the hell I'm talking about, you have not been following my Twitter. This has been like a devilish saga with one of the. Oh, you know what I could do? I could go live on Locals and just like walk into that Starbucks, and if she's working there, it'd just be a live like little hey. But I have to hide it. I can't be like I can't walk with the phone just like in your face because then she'll be like, eh. I want her to act natural, but I want you guys to see. I want to act natural, but I want you guys to see. Damn it! I gotta think of something because I can't walk in with like a selfie stick and just be like, "What up, bitch?" You know, like I can't do that. That's mean. That's cruel. In your face. I just want to be like, "Hey, can I get a French vanilla latte, please?" And she'll be like, "Is he that guy? Is he that guy? Is that the same guy?" Probably not. She won't connect the dots. But I'll be like, and do you have hazelnut? And then she'll look at me funny, like, yeah. And I'll be like, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. And she'll be like, oh, fuck, it's that guy. By then, she will definitely know. I'm sorry, I'll literally be walking up to her and like be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, my mic cut out." Huh. And like put my thing out my ear, lick my lips. That's gross. No, I'm not gonna do that. Like in a sexy way or like in a serial killer way, like like that. Because I'm not licking my lips in a sexy way. In person, I have to say the mic line in person, right? Because the mic line has to be like literally. Even better. I'll have my microphone in my pocket. I'll have my microphone like these in my pocket, and then I'll walk up to her because I know her face. I know what she looks like, and if she is working there, I'll walk up to her and I'll be like, "Hey, can I get a French vanilla latte?" And she'll be like, "I don't know. Do you want a whipped cream with that or something?" Whatever her response is gonna be, and then I'll literally like get my headphones out of my pocket and press the button and be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, my headset was turned off. Can you please say that again?" My mic was turned off. Can you say that again? Like to her face, and she'd be like, "The fuck." That would be epic. But I need a camera person. Maybe James. James would never do it. James would never do it. James is too much of a pussy. No offense to James, but he doesn't do these kinds of shenanigans. He's like he flies right. I respect him. I really do. But sometimes you're just like, come on, man, let's just do a little adventure. And he just like sometimes he goes for it. I don't know. Oh, yeah, good times. Good times. So, yep. Hey, look at that. Why do I always find myself in bed with the chat? This is so bizarre. Hey, chat. So, how was your day? I hope you had a good day today, babe, chat. Um, hey, Kevin. Welcome. Welcome to Raw Law on the Bed, Unfiltered, with your host, Laying on the Bed Guy. Today, we're going to be talking about pillow talk. Trey, I'm always in a good mood. I'm just exhausted. I mean, after 10 hours of driving, like collectively over 2 days, and I didn't sleep much. I slept like, well, I shouldn't say that. I slept like 7 hours, but I woke up at 6:30. You know, trials are so stressful, you guys. Um, Trials are so stressful. Like when it's my trial, my client's trial, and I will wake up in the middle of the night, like in a cold sweat, like like I need to try. Oh no, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. All right, okay, I'm good. I'm good. Like that's real. That's normal for me because you don't want to miss it. You don't want to oversleep. What if your alarm doesn't go off? Like I have these. You always have these nightmares that like something's gonna happen. Oh, that's clever, Alex. Alex wrote pill law talk, like PIL-LAW. Do I consult as a jury selection specialist? Oh, kind of like Dr. Phil did back in the day? No, not yet. Not yet. Although I have been consulted and it's starting to begin. I'm starting to get people to come my way to ask for my opinion and paying big bucks, hopefully. We'll see. It's definitely not something that gets off the ground fast, but once it does, it's all over. Net Detective, I did not get a seat today because I wasn't here. I literally just got here like 28 minutes ago. Basically, when I started this live, I pulled in my car, I checked in, I got my suitcase, and boom, I immediately was like, you know who I haven't talked to in a while? I haven't talked to chat. I need to talk to my peeps. I need to see what's up. I need to see how they're doing. I need to make sure they know I'm alive. They know that I'm here. They know that we're ready to rock and roll. You know, the whole 9 yards. So Lisa Burton is like, not tonight, Larry. I have a headache. Oh God. Honest to God, I have never used that line. Me personally, like, not tonight, honey. That's a girl thing. Guys don't have those. Guys are like, how about now? Babe, this is like the fifth time you asked me in the last hour. I know! I'm horny! Like, come on! Truth. Truth. Freudian slip says, what a treat. I'm in bed with the DUI guy. You guys are crazy. But it's okay. I set him up. You knock him down. Viking is like, not all women. It's true. That's also true. Sometimes it's the complete opposite. It's the woman who'll be like, come on, come on. And the guy's like, girl, I can't. We just did it like 5 times in the last 2 hours. Like, I can't. That's too much for me. One of the best ways to cure a headache is to actually get, yeah, because freaky in the sheets, you get exercise. You get exercise from, you get the blood flowing, you get sex is great for the body and the mind. It clears headaches. It helps with joint pain. It can. Not so much back pain. It helps with your back teeth, your back molars, because they normally don't get oxygen. But during sex, they get more oxygen than usual because you're usually There's a lot of heavy breathing, heavy patting, moaning. All those things get oxygen to the back. Like the endorphins, definitely. You get a hit of dopamine. I mean, I don't know. There's not a whole lot of negatives to sex other than babies. An 18-year paycheck that you have to shell out. Like that's what might potentially sucks. That's one of the downsides to sex if you don't use protection. 18 years, you're going to be paying child support. No, this is not an OnlyFans. This is an only YouTube. Oh, STDs, of course. Duh. STDs. Who could have forgotten about? I think they call them STIs now. They're not diseases anymore. We don't like those words for the Gen Zers and stuff. They're now called sexually transmitted infections. It's like just a tiny little infection. You just get a little, penicillin, a little bit of antibiotics, knock that fucker right out. Thanks for being a member for 7 months, Rita. And Lana's like, silly, Larry. It doesn't end after 18 years. That's a lifetime payout. Well, it depends. I mean, the person is still going to be alive after age 18, obviously. But I'm saying the child support doesn't have to come. Unless... What was her name? Oh my God. Come on, Larry. I was trying to make a very dark joke. Oh, fuck. Now I have to ruin it. Who was that... Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. I see her face, too. What was the name of that woman that allegedly killed her child in Florida and got acquitted? Like O.J. Simpson 2.0. What's her name? They just didn't have enough evidence. Thanks, Mad Science. No, not Lorena Bobbitt. That's the penis story. Casey Anthony. Thank you. Casey Anthony. We were talking about like, oh, so you have to raise kids for 18 years before, or pay child support for 18 years. Unless you're Casey Anthony, they can just kill them and then you don't have to pay anything or raise them. It's such a dark joke. I don't even like it. Yeah, she killed Kaylee, allegedly, but they couldn't pin it on her. Not enough evidence. Yeah. Well, what do you all want to talk about before I go rest these heavy eyes? I need food. I had some Subway on the way here, and that's about all I ate all day. I didn't have time for breakfast. It's not windy. That's my AC over there. I don't know what the hell chat is talking about. Chat is getting off the rails. It's super windy? Really? Oh, you mean like outside? Sorry, I thought you meant like in here. I was hoping that... Okay, gotcha. Yeah, it was very windy coming down here. Hey, Nicola! Oh, thank you, Asuelu. That's awesome. Thanks very much. When am I going to have another Curious George story time? Well, we're done with Curious George. Curious George, we finished all the books. So, like, we'll be doing... Someone... Who was it? Oh, God. Again, I'm just not... My brain is not cooperating with me today. Somebody sent me a book. If you give a kid a cookie, will he shut the fuck up? That's a real book, apparently. And they sent it to me, and they're like, read it. And I'm like, oh, my God, I will. How many more days in the trial? About 4, I would say. 4 business days. What is my deal breaker to thinking Alex is guilty or innocent? Mine is him throwing out Maggie's phone. That definitely got me, actually. I'm not gonna lie. That one definitely got me, but they still don't have proof it was him. They just have proof of like his direction and where they found Maggie's phone, which that's the only ingress and egress out of the property, really, on using a vehicle. So that I'm not fully sold. Um, Larry, this is a first for me. In bed with a lawyer, and I'm loving it. Says Francis McAllister. Oh my god, you guys are filthy. I love it. Um, oh, Brenda's beaver needs a barber. No, I can't beat the British woman. There's no way I can beat the British woman who read it on and that went viral. Brenda's beaver needs a barber, and she just like reads it. It's so epic. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, just Google it. I cannot do it better than that. Like I can't do it justice. Kevin, I answered that already. Yes, I do think he is going to go on this stand. Get on camera interview with Gigi. Um, sorry, who is Gigi? I feel like I should know. I feel like I should know. There you go. Thank you for the link, Rose. Yeah, checking the pulse on under the armpit. I remember that. Hello, Jackie L. This is DUI Guy ASMR. Today, we are going to be talking about Gigi from Law and Crime. Law and Crime has been around for a long time, and I hope that I can get an interview with Gigi. Gigi, if you're watching this, please don't be creeped out. This is just ASMR. Do you know what ASMR is? Yeah, me neither. No, I'm just kidding. I actually thought about doing an ASMR channel one time, but women are better at gaining an audience than men. Who rearranged my pillows? They were like that when I got here. They were like that when I got here. Raw law at its best. There was a moment I was watching Emily Baker. She was listening to the expert talk about the photographs and getting the negatives, and she said something like, "Oh, oh, you have to get it raw. You have to get it raw." And I'm just like, "Oh my god, thank God I'm not on her channel right now, like live, because as soon as she said that, oh, you have to get it raw, I'd be like, yeah, that's what she said. It's like such a perfect setup. She's talking about the raw negatives and the raw images. I know, but the way she said it, there was no context. It was like, oh, you have to get the raw images. She didn't say that. She said, oh, you have to get it raw. You have to get it raw. And I'm like, oh, come on, Emily. But she walks into those sometimes. I don't think she does it intentionally. I don't think she does it intentionally. Um, Beatrix Potter books are great, such as The Tale of Squirrel Nutkin. Hmm. Interesting. Definitely need something on the read list, but I've just been so busy. I was supposed to have like more mock trials. Viking Wolf by Blood was our judge, by the way. She's in the chat right now. She's one of our mods, and we were going to do more mock trials. We did one right after Christmas in December, and that was the first and last one we ever did. And that was so much fun. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. If you just search mock trial for my on my channel, you'll find it. So yeah, we were supposed to have so many more, and I just haven't had time. I was doing other stuff, following cases and trying my own case in early February, traveling back and forth all over the country, just doing stuff. Elusive Red. Wasn't it you who sent me the book, by the way? I'm pretty sure it was you. Not my first time in bed with a lawyer, but my first time in bed with DUI guys. Yes! Okay, that was you. I knew it. I just couldn't remember your name like off the top of my head. But I knew it was like, it's the redhead. It's the redhead. She tweeted me. She DM'd me on Twitter and was like, hey, I'm going to send you a package. And she did. At first it got lost. You guys remember that? Well, I finally got it. It's the book. It's the book. If you give a kid a cookie, will he shut the fuck up? I think I can. I don't even need to read the book. All I have to say is the answer is no. If you give a kid a cookie, he's not going to shut the fuck up. That's basically the whole book right there. You're welcome. Another reading done by the DUI guy plus. Look at Micah comments, asks, who are you? I am the DUI guy, but right now I'm also the tired guy and also the in bed with you guy. I was thinking the next court case can be family court. We could. Oh God, it would be a disaster. It would be so much drama. But I guess they would gain a lot of attention. Wait a minute. Elusive Red. That's actually not a bad idea. That's actually not a bad idea. We could do. I want to play a crazy twit Viking. Oh, you just want to be in character? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Um, no, so I'm thinking. It's funny because I'm a social worker. Elusive Red, do you want to play a character? I don't know if I have you on the roster. Oh my God, Viking's just like, yep. Oh, thank you, Ryo baby. Oh wow, okay, all right. So we could play. We could make it really twisted. We could make it like a Harry Potter themed family court, where it'll be like Ron Weasley, Harry Potter, Hermione Granger, and I don't know, like Sirius Black or something. Are four characters or something like that, and then it'll be like Ron Weasley is going to be claiming paternity on Hermione's children, and Harry Potter is gonna be like, no, they're my kids, and they're gonna go on like Maury Povich, and Maury's gonna be like, you are not the father to like Sirius Black or something. Um, you are not the daddy. Oh, thank God. Whew! And then Sirius is just gonna like walk out, and then Harry is gonna be like, what about me? And then he'll be like, you are the father, and then just like Ron Weasley beats the shit out of Harry Potter because he was like, I thought I was gonna be the dad. Something like that. We gotta make it crazy because Family Court is insane. Is insane. And then like, so then Ron is gonna be suing. Well, it's not a lawsuit. Ron is going to be asking for custody of Hermione's children, even though he has no right to them. And of course, the whole plot is he's going to lose. But how he gets there? What's the plot twist, Jake Z? Come on, what's the plot twist? Hagrid is too nice to be in Family Court. Oh, did I miss it? Uh, I don't see any other messages from you, Jake Z. I may have top chat enabled, so if you posted it, it's not up here. Hagrid is the dad? No, we don't want Hagrid impregnating Hermione. That's just gross. That's like wrong on so many levels. Ugh, no. That's the plot twist? Don't like at all. It's so gross. Oh God, I can't. But I get it. Like they're all three of them are Murray Povich. Um, Sirius Black, you are not the father. Harry Potter, you are not the father. And then we're all like, oh, so it's got to be Ron. Ron Weasley, you are not the father. What the fuck? Like, who's the father then? Congratulations, Hagrid, you are the father. What the fuck? That's so disturbing. That is so disturbing. Oh god. That is some Jerry Springer stuff. That's what I'm saying, Fire Goddess. Chat is on fire today. Kim asks, did you talk to Mandu about going to court with his channel? Yes, I did. I did. And I advised against it because it doesn't seem like there are any damages. It's a magically conceived baby. Well, thanks for killing the vibe, Viking Wolf. We were trying to plant images of big fat Hagrid giving it probably from the back because it's the only way it's going to fit into Hermione to make babies. And now you're introducing magic into it. Thanks for ruining it. She doesn't even know who the daddy is. Lupin? Who was Professor Lupin? I forgot. Lupin. Professor Lupin. That was like in the earlier movies. Was she the plant lady? I can't remember. Oh, right. Yes, the werewolf. The werewolf guy. Yes. He was cool. I liked him. I liked him. That's why people are saying Harry babies. Yeah. He's like Harry's uncle. Not really. No, that was Sirius Black. Lupin is kind of like he's on the same team though. He's on the same team. Lupin was cool. He was not voluntarily a werewolf, you know. Lime asks, Larry, what made you get into law? It's a long answer. I've given it so many times. But the short of it is, I like to help people. He was Black's and Harry's dad's best friend. Yes. Yes, that's correct. Lupin goes way back. What about Draco? Draco. So okay, I don't know about if you guys know. I am House Slytherin. No, I'm not sick. Thank goodness. Thank you, Mary. Draco. Draco was. I don't know. As a fellow House Slytherin, I can say that Draco is not really what we think him to be. He's not a bad guy. He's not a bad guy. He's just a little spoiled. He's just a spoiled little brat who thought he could get everything, and when he started to realize, like, all right, you know what? I don't like the dark side. I don't like the dark side. How about we just not kill Dumbledore? And that's when Snape is like, move out of the way, child. Spoiler alert, by the way. If you still have not seen the Harry Potter series, what's wrong with you? You are obviously making an effort not to, so spoiled it. Um, but Snape also didn't do it out of malice. He had to show allegiance and loyalty, and that way he proved to everyone that he is aligned with the dark side and Voldemort. I'm sorry, he who should not be named. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Those of you like hardcore Harry Potter fans in here, like, how dare he say his name? Havana Cadaver! Yeah. So Draco is not a bad guy, but he's also a dumbass because he doesn't know what he wants. Um, he doesn't know what he wants. He doesn't know what side he wants to be on. He's what Viking? What's up? Oh, the yeah. Anyway, yeah, it blew my mind too. Sparkling Dragon blew my mind too. Um, so anyway, yeah, we could do something like that, something crazy, because family law has to be crazy. Family law has to be crazy. If we're gonna do a family law case, and it's got to be something famous, something that like everybody knows. Because if we do family law about something no one's ever heard of, people will be like, I don't understand what family law is about, and I don't understand who the characters are. So it has to be something like super famous. Like I don't know enough about Lord of the Rings or Star Wars. I know enough about Harry Potter. We could do like we could do like not House of the Dragon, but the the previous one. What was it called? Game of Thrones. We can do like a Game of Thrones family court. But family Game of Thrones is already so fucked up and incestuous. Like, how much more over the top can you go? Like, they're already cousins, fucking cousins, brothers, fucking sisters. Like, there's really not much left. Um, like, what are you gonna do? Cersei having lesbian affair with Sansa? Adam's family? Nah. Sesame Street? No, Muppets. We'll have to get a lot of materials. We'll have to get Muppets for everyone. It might take a while. We're going to be doing a mock trial family court case of something that we make up. So it's not going to be real, but we're all going to know like the ending. You know what I mean? Like it's not going to be a shocking surprise. It's like everybody basically is going to know ahead of time like, oh, this is how it's going to end, but it's not about the ending. It's about well, wait a minute. Maybe we can keep the ending open and let the chat vote. Like, should so and so get custody of the children? Or should so and so get an emergency protective order because of the domestic violence? Like, Sirius Black beat the shit out of Bellatrix Lestrange because she killed him. I don't know. And he's like, fuck that cunt. Like, beat the shit out of her. And now she's got a domestic violence order out on him, and the judge, and then the judge is like, well, you did kill him, so he kind of has a justification for beating the shit out of you. But at the same time, you did beat the crap out of her, so that's not cool either, bro. Could go both ways. Chat, that would actually be a really hard one. Ewoks in Star Wars, I don't know enough about them, unfortunately. I'd have to literally watch the series to catch up on Star Wars. I'm not a Trekkie. I'm not a Star Wars. Alice in Wonderland might be fun, but like, how do you? There's a underage girl involved. You cannot make it family court. Otherwise, like, it screams pedophilia and shit, and I don't want that vibe. It's gonna be gross. Unless we have like the Mad Hatter and the rabbit fucking or something and making like little mad rabbits. Like that would be fun. Potentially. But again, when kids are involved, you don't want to be touching that with family court. That's a little disgusting. Hunger Games. Okay, now you're going like all over the place. Alice Cooper. Did Johnny Depp just walk in here, June C? Where's Johnny? No, tell him I'm busy right now. The Flintstones. All right, you guys. I think chat has gone completely off the rails. So we're almost at an hour anyway. So I think this is a good place to stop. Pillow Talk with DUI Guy has unfortunately once again come to an end. I really want to thank you guys for joining me. I can't wait to come back tomorrow. I will be live again tonight on Locals. It's on the thingy. Thank you, Rose. Locals. Go check it out. Tonight, I'll be on, okay? It only allows 30 minutes. I'm not sure why, but it is what it is. And I'm excited. I'm excited to be back in Walterboro, and I'm excited to do some more trial work. I think James texted me while I was live, so I got to go check out what he wants. And I'll see you all in a few hours. And then I will definitely see you all tomorrow. I'm going to be streaming hopefully at lunch. If not, definitely after court is over. So it will be like 4:35, 5:30 at the latest. Excuse me, on the Eastern Seaboard. Thank you all for joining me, and thank you all for the lovely Pillow Talk. And I will see you all tonight on Locals, tomorrow back on YouTube. Bye, everyone.